Hello students, in this lesson we are going to discuss the third question. What is the idea behind my opponent's move? Whenever opponents plays a move, instead of thinking about your own plan first, you should think about the opponent's idea. Why opponent played that move? Is the opponent's idea dangerous? This question will help you come up with a defensive plan so that you don't make a big blunder. In this position, we are black and black's last move was queen to h6. We can think about what is the idea behind opponent's move. His queen is near our king. In the next move, he can play pawn to f4, open the f file. His rook will join the attack and he has the moves like knight to h5 or knight to f5, sacrifices. So we know that his plan is to attack on the king side. And once we know the opponent's plan, we can think about a defensive plan. If opponent wants to attack on the king side, then maybe we can try to exchange the queens or try to exchange the pieces and make our king safe. Or we can bring the pieces into the defense. That's why in this position, black played queen to f8. Black knows that white is trying to attack on the king side. So black wants to exchange the queens. Obviously, if white wants to attack, then he cannot exchange the queens. So he goes back, queen to e3. His idea is still the same. He wants to play pawn to f4 and open the f file and try to create an attack on the f file. So how do we take the defensive measure? How do we play against this idea? And the answer is we play bishop to e8. First of all, bishop is overprotecting the f7 square. Black is anticipating that after f4, f file will get open, both the rooks will come on f file and they will put pressure here. Black is already anticipating it. That's why black put his bishop on e8 to overprotect the f7 square. White plays f4. You play e cross f4, white plays queen cross f4. And as you can see, there is a lot of pressure on the f file. White is attacking our knight, so we go back, knight fd7. And in the next move, you are going to play knight to e5. From e5, knight is on a good square. It is covering f5, f7, so f7 is safe. It is also covering g6. There is no sacrifice and black is completely safe. By thinking about opponent's intention, by asking the question, what is the idea behind opponent's last move? You can think what opponent wants and then you can come up with a plan on how to prevent what opponent wants. Let's look at one more example. In this position, we are white. Look at the piece placement of the black and look at the pawn structure. Black wants to play pawn to b5 to attack on our queen side. After a cross b5, and if we play c cross b5, then he will play rook cross b5 and he will attack on our weak b3 pawn. It is the b5 break is the only pawn break available to black in this position. There is no other pawn break. Even if he captures on f4, nothing will happen. We can just simply recapture with e pawn. So the dangerous idea that black has in this position is b5 pawn break. And now we know about opponent's intention. We can come up with a plan to make this idea less impactful. That's why in this position, white played rook to a2. It looks like, why would you put your rook on the closed file? Rook is not doing anything on a2. The a file is closed. But a file will get open in next few moves because white knows that black wants to play b5. And then we play a cross b5 and our rook will become open. That's why even before b5 comes, we put our rook on the a2 square. This is known as the profile axis. You think about opponent's plan and you create your own plan to make your opponent's plan less effective. Black plays b5, a cross b5, a cross b5, and before you go forward, it is important to cover the c2 rank also, because your king is on the second rank, and that's why white played rook c2. White overprotects the second rank so that his rook can go to the a6 or go forward. Black plays b cross c4, b cross c4, and black plays rook b3. Now his rook is active and our rook is also active. Now we play rook a7. We are winning this knight. Black plays rook f7 and we go rook to a8. We take the 8th rank. After g cross f4, e cross f4, black plays bishop d4. He saves his bishop. And now white plays king f1. His idea is to play rook e2 check. So black plays rook b2 and he exchanges the rook. Rook cross b2, bishop cross b2. And white again plays rook a7 to pin this knight. Black played bishop d4. And now you can think, where is the weakness in black's position? You will find out that first, the d6 pawn is weak because no other pawn can protect it. Second, f5 square is weak because again no pawn can protect it, and h6 is weak. So your plan is rook can come to a6 later to attack the d6 pawn. This one knight is already attacking the pawn. So if you can maybe bring another knight, let's say the h5 knight to h4, because knight on h5 is not attacking anything right now. If you can put the h5 knight on h4, then your knight will also attack the f5 pawn. So now you have a plan. Improve your knights in such a way that both the knights attack the f5 pawn. So you start with knight e2. And the idea is this knight can come to g3 to attack the f5 pawn, and the other knight can go to g1, to f3, to h4, and then it will attack the f5 pawn. Bishop h8, and now you play knight g3. Black plays bishop g7. Black does not have anything active to do. He can just hold on and just wait. And white goes knight g1. Black plays king f6 and you play rook a6, attacking this pawn. So black is forced to play bishop f8. And then you go knight f3. Black plays king e7 and you go knight h4. In the next move, you are going to win this pawn and there is nothing black can do to stop you. So remember, whenever you are stuck in a position or you don't know what to do, ask yourself these three questions. First, where is the weakness in opponent's position? It will help you come up with a plan. It will help you find the best squares for your pieces. Second, ask yourself which of my piece is the least active and where is the ideal square for this piece. It will make sure that all of your pieces are on the good squares. And the third, what is the idea behind opponent's move? If you think about opponent's idea, you will not miss any of the dangerous idea. You will not make any blunders, you will not make any obvious mistakes, and you will be prepared to meet opponent's aggressive intentions. These three questions will help you improve your position and your overall understanding of the game. That's it for this lesson. Let's go to the next one.